Now, if there's one thing that I started to become very famous for is being consistently inconsistent. Consistency is important, and it was kind of drilled into me, and I really rebelled against it. They're always talking about you need to be consistent so that people will know that you will be there for them. And I've thought about this a lot, because I like to, again, fly by the seat of my pants and just do things when I feel like doing them. So, how could I, with that kind of rebellious, fun, crazy attitude, become consistent? How could I get there? And there's one thing that I learned, and it was, I should say two things. When I was rebelling against being consistent, I would always look for people who were being inconsistent and saying, see, other people are doing it, I'm okay. And then I remember there's this one lady that I loved, and I would follow all of her stuff, and then she kind of fell off the face of the earth. And it felt like a year later, a year and a half later, there she was in my inbox again. I'm like, what the heck? And it was in that moment that I got that idea of being inconsistent and why that was damaging. Whereas I was like, what is she doing in my inbox? I haven't seen her in a long time. Other people might have unsubscribed because they'd forgotten who she was because they didn't think she was as fabulous as I thought she was. Right? All sorts of things could happen because in essence, she had lost trust with this huge group that she built trust with that gave over their email address. So that taught me in a nutshell about consistency. So what can I do about it? Because like I said, I like to fly by the seat of my pants. I like to do my own thing. The thing that keeps me consistent is, I think we call it recycling. Recycling some of the things that I've done. Keeping it out, going out in certain social media platforms. So, how do you do that? There's all sorts of scheduling software out there. Whether it be Buffer, which is what I use, Hootsuite, I've used that before, Meet Edgar, all sorts of them. Or you can usually even use, within the platform themselves, they'll have scheduling. So if you use Facebook and have a Facebook fan page or a Facebook business page, you can actually put posts in there and have it schedule out for you. It'll date, time, and that's when it'll appear in your feed. You can do that. And in that way, if you schedule out for a week, couple weeks, a month, a day ahead of time, whatever, you can start becoming consistent. So what do I recommend? Do that with one platform. On Facebook, they say to post several times a day. What if you can only have enough to post once a day on your business page? That's fine. That's being consistent. And you can schedule it if you need to because, let's face it, life happens. If you're doing YouTube, if you have a channel and you want to be on your channel every day, well then, I don't know, shoot videos. Take a day out and shoot as many videos as you can. And then drip them out on your YouTube channel if you want to be something on there daily. Or maybe you just want to do your YouTube channel weekly or twice a week. Whatever it is, just be consistent. You get to determine the interval. And so the one thing that I can say I've been very consistent on once I realized that whole email faux pas is I got very consistent with sending out a weekly email. And if that's the only way you can be consistent that way. Send something out to your entire email list once a week. Right? But whatever it is, pick one thing and do it well. Then add the next thing and the next thing till you get to the point where you feel like, hey, there's enough going out there where my audience, the people who need to see me, can see me. They are receiving information from me on a consistent basis. Does that make sense? Go out there, do what you can in the interval that you prescribe for yourself, not that someone prescribes for you. And be consistent with that. You can always change it to up the number of posts, or posting more often, posting more days, whatever it is, sending out more emails. But first, take the baby step of being consistent at an interval that you can handle. That I say peace, joy, love to you.